Recent protests across the country are sparking calls to ban police officers' use of tear gas. But in a new I-Team investigation, ABC Action News reporter Jasmine Stiles uncovers it can be difficult to find out whether local agencies are using tear gas or even how much it's costing taxpayers.
I knew it was just about to be a mess. So, I started to brace myself. It felt like my whole body was on fire.
Earlier this month, USF senior May Abelard and recent grad Imadi Okwosa led a march through downtown Tampa. They wanted to stop traffic on I-275 for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in memory of George Floyd. As the group marches closer to the on-ramp, Tampa police officers on bikes block their path. As officers arrest a teen girl, several protesters surround them, some filming the incident, including May. Her video shows an officer spraying her directly in the face. Imadi, who's currently facing charges for inciting a riot during this incident, says he got caught in the crossfire.
I washed my hands in the morning after I had already taken a shower, and I touched my face, and as soon as I did that, I was burning again.
I couldn't even wash my own hair. I had 2 individuals helping me wash my hair where they had gloves on, because if they touched my hair, then they would start burning too. For me, I think that's inhumane that, I should have to burn for that long.
Police using tear gas on protesters has sparked nationwide debate. In the 1990s, the Geneva Convention banned chemical weapons from war. That includes riot control agents like tear gas, but still allow domestic law enforcement to use them. But what exactly is tear gas? The CDC says it's any chemical compound that causes the rapid onset of tears, coughing, and wheezing.
Tear gas, per se, is kind of an all-encompassing title.
Jeff Swartz specializes in criminal law and procedure at Cooley Law School.
That type of crowd dispersal effort really shouldn't be used against peaceful protesters until it is absolutely totally necessary.
But that's exactly what we saw in our nation's capital on June 1st, breaking up a peaceful demonstration to clear a pathway for a photo op of President Trump. The I-Team wanted to know which local law enforcement uses tear gas and how much of your tax dollars are being spent on these types of chemical irritants. I reached out to 20 law enforcement agencies all across Tampa Bay. These 9 local agencies have spent more than $140,000 on tear gas since last July. Most reported buying pepper spray. Largo PD plus Manatee and Sarasota counties also say they purchased CS gas, a more potent chemical compound. But Tampa Police Chief Brian Dugan, who leads one of the biggest agencies in the Bay Area, refuses to tell the public how much tear gas they buy.
If I didn't have any violence, I'd probably be a lot more open about it right now. But
we thought that it was important because it was taxpayer money. Do you feel like the people who are paying within your budget should know kind of what it's being spent on?
I think it's important that we be transparent as an agency, but when it comes to safety of innocent people and police officers, then we have to be very guarded on what we're willing to give out.
Tampa Police says it has $15,000 earmarked for crowd control training and tear gas in the current budget, but the department would not tell taxpayers the total amount spent, saying that exact number would reveal protected police tactics. The Sarasota Sheriff's Office sent us these receipts of the chemical irritants they bought in the past year. Although they are heavily redacted, the receipts do show the sheriff bought smoke grenades and pepper spray. The agencies that racked up the biggest bills on tear gas would only tell us how much they spent, but not what they bought. Polk County Sheriff's Office says it spent more than $61,000 on tear gas. Pasco County reported spending about $50,000. And Pinellas bought more than $15,000 in chemical irritant.
We're feeding money into a system that is fueling violence and fueling the rhetoric for confrontation.
Protesters like May say they don't plan to stop marching anytime soon.
Speaking to my mom, she's like, are you still gonna go back out there after being maced so heavily and going through that experience? And the answer is yes. That pain, it's not as much as the pain we feel for when Black lives are taken too soon.
Out of the 20 agencies we contacted, only 2 told us they didn't buy tear gas. That's Newport Richey and Venice Police Departments. If you want to know exactly how your tax dollars are being spent by your local agency, just head on over to abcactionnews.com. I'm Jasmine Stiles, ABC Action News.